What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I don't have much of a video. I just want to talk about. Actually, it's more or less a question to you guys. Um, as you guys know, Timothy Bradley stepping in the ring next month against the Russian Ruslan Provodnikov, and I don't really know much about him. It looks like there's a picture posted. He's in his training camp, and a picture was posted with him. And I've seen a couple pictures. I might have even seen this dude on ESPN fight previously, but I don't really know much about his background or him as a threat. So I'm kind of asking you guys to let me know what kind of chance does this guy stand against Timothy Bradley? Is he a legit contender and that kind of thing? But again, he's in his training camp, and I seen a picture of him obviously at the gym in between his sparring session, and he just looks fucking weird. So, I mean, I try to separate someone's boxing ability and whatever happens outside of the ring and all that from actual boxing skills, but I don't know. This dude looks kind of creepy to me. Um, when I initially seen the picture, I thought it was somebody's head and they had pasted it on another body. You know how they superimpose heads on different bodies and that kind of thing? That's what I thought. And then, you had to click on the thumbnail and enlarge it. And I'm like, who the fuck is this? And yeah, he just looks crazy. This dude looks like wild crazy. Um, he reminds me of like Rob Schneider in the new movie with Mark Wahlberg, Pain and Gain. Like Rob Schneider's bulking like he just got hub. Um, Again, I don't really know much about this guy other than he looks creepy as fuck. He reminds me of a Grand Theft Auto 4 character or something like Nico, one of them dudes like Ivan, one of them Boris. Please do not cut my cock off. So let me know something. Let me know what kind of chance Provodnikov has against Timothy Bradley. Is it going to be a good competitive fight? I'm in the process of doing research before I release a prediction video. As you guys know, Timothy Bradley, he's coming off of a win. It's a controversial win against Manny Pacquiao. And this is his first fight back. He sustained some injuries in the Pacquiao fight, so I'm anxious to see how he looks coming off an injury, coming off the Pacquiao fight. And it's just a different choice for him because previously they were talking about possibly making Bradley and Guerrero and Bradley and Peterson. And he didn't show much interest. I think he even declined some of those fights. Like he wasn't really interested in those fights. From what I read, I remember reading something like after a Pacquiao payday and a fight on that level of that magnitude, he wasn't anxious to fight Robert the Ghost Guerrero or Peterson. And that's kind of funny because now Robert Guerrero's fighting the biggest moneymaker in the sport, which is Floyd Mayweather Jr. So it's funny that Bradley passed up that opportunity in order to fight Provodnikov, and now Money Mayweather, who's obviously the highest earner, highest paid athlete, is fighting Robert Guerrero, the person he passed up. So it definitely works for Guerrero because he's going to make more money off of fighting with Mayweather than he would have off Bradley. But either way, I'm anxious to see. As far as the Pacquiao and Bradley fight, I thought Bradley looked better than a lot of people gave him credit for. This was obviously before Marquez knocked Pacquiao out, and everyone was still on the Pacquiao train. And excluding Marquez, because obviously Marquez has fought the guy 4 times, so he's going to have some kind of sense of how this guy fights. And I feel if you fight anybody 4 or 5 times, you're going to get a feel for what they bring to the table, their power, and how they fight you, and that kind of thing. So, excluding Marquez, I think Bradley made Pacquiao look a lot sloppier than most other fighters in Pacquiao's last 5 fights. Because, I mean, if you look at it, who did he fight? Mosley didn't do what Bradley did. So I don't think enough people give Bradley credit for his footwork, his stealthiness, and his ability, his defense, because he was causing Pacquiao to miss. And I don't know, Pacquiao looked gassed in the beginning of rounds, and then he tried to flurry for 40 seconds. I really wasn't impressed with Pacquiao's performance in that fight. I just feel like it wasn't good. I think he looked a lot sharper in the Marquez 4 fight. However, he got lights out by Marquez in the 6th round. So, again, I think Bradley's still underrated in terms of what he brings to the table. Obviously, the dude has a chin. You put him up against Pacquiao, which everyone said he was going to get knocked out, and the only chance of survival Bradley had was to headbutt. There were no headbutts that I remember in the Pacquiao-Bradley fight. and he was causing Pacquiao to miss and made Pacquiao look pretty sloppy, whether you think he won or if you think he lost. Fact is a fact. He made Pacquiao look a lot less spectacular than a lot of other opponents. So I definitely like Bradley. It looks like he has a chin. He has good footwork. He's undefeated, so he has that momentum. So let me know what you guys think against Bradley versus Provodnikov. Is it gonna be? Is he? What is this Provodnikov dude? Is he legit? Is he not legit? Is he the next Ivan Drago? I must break you. You will lose. If he dies, he dies. Yeah, so that's about it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Bradley comeback fight versus Provodnikov. Who wins it? Why? What do you guys think of Provodnikov? Is he a solid contender, or would you have preferred to see Lamont Peterson and Bradley, or Robert the Ghost Guerrero and Bradley? Personally, I would like to see any of those fights, but I think I'm content with it. Peterson cheated, so fight Kendall Holt, hard hitting. I'd rather see that because I think Peterson hasn't deserved it, especially if he was cheating. Guerrero and Money Mayweather, that's a good fight and it's unification, so I would definitely like to see that, especially since the Bradley belt from Pacquiao, some people think he didn't legit earn. So the unification fight against Floyd that we know has earned his stripes and whatnot makes more sense. And Guerrero has been calling out Mayweather, so I'm okay with the order of operations. One fight I do want to see is Timothy Bradley versus Marquez. I've always wanted to see that. I think it'll be a hell of a fight, especially right now because both guys beat Pacquiao back to back. Whether you think again Bradley won or not, he still beat him on the record. If you look on his record, he's still undefeated. So whatever you have to say in your YouTube comments is irrelevant because he has the belt. Pacquiao never got it back. Pacquiao got knocked out. And whether you think he lost or won, it doesn't matter. I mean, because there's a lot of people that think Richard Abreu beat Brandon Rios. But as it stands, Brandon Rios is undefeated. So, I mean, there's nothing you can do. It's a sport of boxing. The end. But I would definitely like to see Bradley versus Marquez. I think that'd be a hell of a fight. You got someone with some serious KO power, obviously. He knocked out Pacquiao, who has a granite chin. And he's a counterpuncher. And we have Bradley, who doesn't know how to lose, undefeated, younger. And I think it'll make for an interesting fight because we all know Bradley has less power, but he's crafty. So I would definitely like to see a fight like that. Let me know what you guys want to see. And let me know something about Provodnikov. And that's basically it. Until next video, it is Ego signing off.